Yeah, brilliant.
Scene 1, shot 1. All right, this is Carriage 2024. Scene 1, take 1. Never all the ones.
Welcome, Luke and Nicola.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the back of the cab.
It's cozy.
It is cozy. It's nice.
What are you both doing here in London?
We live here. You're west, I'm east.
Yeah.
East is better, and you like west.
But west is best. That kind of flows, rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Luke, do you still go to Balance or do you have a new go-to?
I have been recently, actually.
Classic night out would be end up in Freedom and then 3-4 in the morning crawl out and go into Balance and get like breakfast food.
Do I have a new go-to? I'm big on ordering at the moment, getting food in.
You love a takeaway.
Yeah, I
Me
love
too,
a
to be
takeaway.
fair.
I just love pizza, to be honest. Pizza is like a real treat for me after intimacy day. The last
my God,
one.
we got a fat pizza. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Do you have any go-to places that you went to in your early career in London?
In my early career, it was a lot of time spent at the Soho Theatre Bar. It's quite cool because at the time that I was going there was a lot of us that were like on the struggle bus, like wanting to be actors, writers, whatever, and all kind of there having drinks and meeting different people, whatever. And now a lot of us are like doing TV or doing stuff together, and it's really lovely to get to this point and then to go back and be like, okay, wow, we're really doing it.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's such a tough journey. So when you see people that have stuck it out and they're like doing it, it's like it's amazing.
Yeah, so cool.
When I first moved to London, I had a terrible time. And people are like, was
Really?
it I was really broke. I had lots of like terrible jobs. I wasn't getting auditions and I was like, I don't like it here, goodbye. I think I only lasted like 6 months the first time I lived here.
And then went home.
Yeah. Failed actor. I think it was about 2016. I got an open audition at the Old Vic. Backstage there, you've got pictures of Laurence Olivier and Vivian Leigh, and you really feel the history of the place when you're in it. And we did this reading of the play. It was written by Zoe Cooper, brilliant playwright, and it was magic. And we got a standing ovation for the reading, which like never happens at a play read. And it was just like, it felt like something special, and it felt like the thing that was going to change my life, and it did. And then my agent signed me from that play, and then my first audition for her was Dairy Girls, so...
No way.
Yeah, it really turned things around.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought we were going to be individuals this year.
Look, I wanted to, Claire, but my man wouldn't let me.
Well, I'm not being an individual on my own.
You both met in 2019 for the first time, is that
We
right?
did, summer of 2019,
Do you remember your first impression of each other?
If my memory's correct, it was at the dance studio. And I think we just had a hug, and I just felt like warmth from you straight away. I didn't even know at this point that you were Whistledown, and you told me at that moment.
Couldn't keep it in. Unlike Penelope, I'm like, guess what?
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
And I was like, no, really?
Yeah.
And we talked about like the future of our roles, and that eventually we'd...
Because you were like the person, like you and Eloise, like whoever the actors were playing, you and Eloise, I was like most excited
They're
to
going to
meet.
be who we're closest
And
to.
like, I'm so lucky it was you.
Yeah, me too.
So lucky, because I really can't imagine doing this with someone else. It
No.
would have been a completely different experience.
Yeah,
it
we
was
get
great.
to go through taxi rides.
Yeah.
We get to
We're gonna
travel,
travel the world.
Like, yeah.
Can you take us all the way back to how and when you found out that this was your season as leads?
I think I was in a pub.
Were
and
you actually?
They were like, you got to jump on a Zoom. And I was like, what am I going to do? I think I sat in the car on my phone and we got the news then.
Yeah.
But obviously we were way more excited probably than anyone else was that had been
It was
swapped
mental.
around.
I got quite freaked out, I can't lie. I got really scared because weirdly I'd had a chat with Claudia really soon before this. Being like, isn't it so fun to play the weirdo in the corner?
Right, yeah.
And it's like so much less pressure. And then they were like, surprise, we're moving you forward a year. And I was like, oh God.
I just said I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Like, what will the fans think and what, all of that. But yeah, then it became exciting.
Yeah, it's great.
That switch around of you being brought forward a season, that would have been a huge secret for you to keep.
Huge, yeah.
But how secret do you actually have to keep it? Like, can you not tell like your family?
No, I do tell my family. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
you have to keep it secret from the rest of the world and
Yeah.
all your press interviews. There was one we did for season 2 where some interviewer said, Shonda said they might not go in order, and I was like, what's been said? I didn't get briefed on it. I was like, don't speak, don't say, don't react, don't. Terrifying.
I've seen a TikTok, I think it is, online, and it's
Oh, yeah,
a reaction.
you sent it to me the other day.
Me and Luke are together,
Yeah.
and they mention the change in order or something. They mention what's going to happen in season, and Luke like knows what's happening, and he takes over the answer, and I'm like smiling, touching my ear, which is such a sign of lying. Yeah, I was literally like, touch my ear, I'm smiling, and I was so obvious back then that I knew.
And it is not me they are eyeing.
This setting of being in the back of a moving vehicle might be familiar.
Yes.
After that carriage scene in season 3, talk us through filming on that day.
So I think it was split up, wasn't it?
It was a couple different days. The bizarre magic of television is like, so we filmed some of it outside at Hampton Court Palace.
Yeah.
We filmed some of it in a soundstage, and there was a third outside Bridgerton House. So it's actually split over probably like 2-3 months, possibly.
Yeah.
It was intimidating as hell because it was a scene from the book, and it was one I really remembered from reading the book.
Yeah. It's not like any other intimacy scene because normally you have camera crew, cameras around, like there's people that are visible, but there's so limited in space that we just...
It was just the two of us in there, which is really nice actually, because as an actor you have to suspend your disbelief. That's part of it, but the fewer things around you that are there, it makes it easier just to really commit and go, this is this moment.
Convince yourself.
I've not been in love with someone since I was, 9? I can't imagine it, but then that person around go, no, I actually do feel this way. It's so magic. We said this season is so romantic.
It really is.
But I'd very much like to be more than friends. The audience have waited more than 3 years for this to happen.
Yeah.
And it's so earned, and also I feel like those scenes were shot with like a lot of love, care, and attention for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So I hope it's gonna meet people's expectations.
Yeah. I can't wait for them to see the realization moment from Colin, because that's what people have been pushing, particularly on me, for like the last 3 years.
I know.
Like, wake up and see what's right in front of you.
Yeah.
So for them to finally have that, I hope that they'll just be able to go, oh, I can breathe.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
But it's funny how much we get like in trouble for things our characters do.
Yeah.
So like you get it all the time, don't you?
For the end of season 2.
Yeah.
I'll get it forever, I'm sure.
Probably. Well, I get it, and they're like, well, Whistledown ruined her life. And I'm like, I didn't even do it.
Yeah.
I'm not an aristocrat from 18th century. I'm from Galway. Like, what are you talking about?
To be honest, this season is very steamy. It feels like it's the steamy season.
It definitely
is. Very romantic.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, what I loved so much is we would film scenes, and then after some of the crew would be like, it's just so nice.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves love like that, and that's what you want. Because you know, when you're an actor, you just want people to feel stuff. Whether you want them to laugh or cry or. You know.
Normally the crew wouldn't comment on stuff.
Yeah.
Like, then
the crew
it's
are
kind
like
of like
a bunch of dudes. Like, you know.
So they wouldn't normally say stuff, but
Dave.
Yeah.
I can't deal with this. We have a security guard called Dave, and he's a legend.
Yeah.
And he came to both of us at the end of the season, and he sat down with us, and he was like, I don't normally do this, and I've worked with a lot of big Hollywood actors. He named a bunch of people, and he was like, but I'm so proud of you and Luke, and I love this story and what you've done. And we were like, Dave, didn't expect from you, Dave.
10 months of a year, we saw each other almost every day.
Yeah, more than our family, friends, loved ones. Like, it was just...
And like experiencing that, the difficulties, but also the amazing moments, like the accomplishments. You know, when we do a scene that felt like a stunt, whether it was or not, or like going through the whole ups and downs together, and then finishing and being like, we actually did. I mean, we still keep saying to each other, like,
we did it. It's happened. We did it. Yeah. I think there was such a build-up of those years. Like, it's the weird things that like are in the show and then in real life. It's like we've had 3 years to prepare. Like Colin and Penelope had years to prepare for their relationship. But like, come to get together and it feeling like, and someone that you get on with, that you can like share the experience with, or even if you're having a bad day and going, oh God, this really didn't work, and I wonder how we shot this. Like all that stuff. Dialogue. But I felt like towards the end of the 8 months of filming, I felt so sad. I was like, I'm really gonna miss Luke. I feel like it's like, because we were such support systems to one another, that I was like, and we both like hate goodbyes as well.
I know.
So we're both like, okay, bye, goodbye, see you, bye.
I remember when we went back to just do a few pickups and reshoot some things, and we were messaging before that, going, oh, have you heard we're gonna be doing some pickups and stuff? Yeah. And thinking in my head, and I actually said this to Jess, I was like, it felt like someone was giving us a little chance just to lead the show just for like 2 more weeks. Felt like
Why
we
is
hadn't
that like
quite had
making
enough.
me cry?
But do you know what I mean?
It did feel like that.
It was like, because I'd already said goodbye and said I'd finish the season and next year we'll be
We'll be
well,
there supporting
happily ever
the
after,
next couple, and
But it was like a little treat
it
to be
was
like,
really lovely.
come back and just do a couple more weeks
couple-
as the lead.
yeah.
And I was like, wow.
I know,
So,
it was like very, very emotional.
Yeah.
We shall gallop along.
This is so nice.
It's so nice to like talk
Reminisce.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So nice. It was a really special thing.
Yeah. Who gets to do that?
I know.
That's great.
Do you ever do it on set?
I don't think I ever
I
have.
asked one time, but it was just really nerve-wracking.
There's a nice weight to it. It connects.
Yeah, it's nice and clacky.
Great. Carriage ride 24. End of scene. Pollen over and out. That was so satisfying.